All right, it's almost 12 o'clock because right now it is 11:56 p.m. But it's honestly a great day. It's still Saturday. Every day to me is Saturday. And my bad, I don't know why I'm on low-key, but every day is Saturday and every day feels good. And successful rising, a great afternoon for your awareness, and prosperous night to any reflection watching this mindful message. It's your divine reflection, divine observation, and we are back with, excuse me, a conclusion on a demonstration of what you will have to do if you want to be the number one streamer. And we're not sitting here bashing, we're not sitting here degrading anybody. We don't spread transphobia, homophobia, we don't spread disrespect, we don't even consume hate in this dimension. All we can do is provide examples and information that is a contradiction, and it's done on purpose. That's the whole entire point of this video. It's to let you know and reveal to you what children idolize, what grown ass adults idolize, and what society is focusing on, but not really questioning what is being the moment this being goes live. That's why a lot of things are a deep fake. That's why AI is just the most successful branch of mind control. It's just crazy that many of these inverted beings are showing you what they do to get into masonry. And honestly, for this video, we got so much information before we even get into this final breakdown right here. Because all this stuff will make sense on what these people had to go through. Because, yeah, you can get into these realms by putting in hard work for sure. I'm not sitting here saying or discrediting anybody who has been on the internet for years to where they end up blowing up and become famous. No, you can end up doing that if you're putting in the work consistently. But here's the kicker. You can't sit here and act as if you won't get approached by entities or beings that want your energy to be used for their pyramid scheme. This is why this video has to be made because many families and many subconscious minds don't understand what their children look up to and what an average human looks up to as well. And these beings cheat the system by even allowing artificial intelligence to give them fake views. And as a matter of fact, there is a video by Sneeko, not by Sneeko, but it was by a Satanist, by Adam. So Adam 22 and Sneeko, they were on a podcast, and it was like 5 minutes explaining about Twitch and how people fake their views and all that. And of course, both of them are inverted, genetically engineered beings. And I'm gonna find this video for y'all. Okay, I got it. Because, and when I watched, I was just like, damn. I want to see if this being was going to expose herself for what she's witnessed and what she has been through. And I don't think these beings really understand how streamers are faking their views to make it seem as if they are famous. But here's the contradiction.
Yeah, I mean, bots on Twitch. I mean, I hear so much about this now. And you know, I'm sure you saw the experiment that Ludwig did where he basically started like a brand new channel and started streaming, and he streamed for like 8 hours and never got a viewer. And that's, I guess, to be expected. And one thing he said in the middle of it was, "Oh, now I understand why people bot." Because if he botted 2,000 viewers, he would immediately start to get more viewers from rising up in the directory. Twitch has a real problem in that regard. And
Hey, peep the symbolism. Understand. Peep the symbolism. If you are on my TikTok community, Instagram community, you know why we do that. This open saying this right here and a being who also practices Satanism through her religion. Both of these grown ass women, they know the game of delusion. This is why they're acting. This is why they stream their lies and the truth that people never question. Many of these people will bot their views because the more views somebody has, that becomes what you're perceiving. That becomes your reality. You're infatuated, you're tied into or tethered into a virtual connection that makes you think this being is famous, this being is popular or known or whatever the case. but that's the illusion that you're following, that you're watching at the moment. So if that's the case, these companies, these industries, they'll look into this creator, they'll give them a deal. They're going to sign their nature away. They're going to act as if it never happened, but they're going to become a gatekeeper because they're constantly going through things that people don't realize is happening in front of their face. So they're telling you what they're comfortable doing, but people don't understand what they're doing because they're not aware of what's happening through occultism by genetic modifications of a carbon-based deity that we are discussing today. And many streamers do it, just like Neon as well. And Neon is an example of what Kai and Speed and Mr. Beast and all these other streamers have been put through behind closed doors. But Neon was just openly doing it to where society was just like, oh shit, you really just sold your morals on stream. And they're telling you what they're doing, even in secrecy. They're comfortable doing it. Then they act as if something outside of them is at fault for what they did. No, you always wanted to be bug broken. You always wanted to be groomed. You always wanted to be sexualized because that's what gets you into the door. Like this shit is crazy.
Kick everyone's botting. Sometimes I cross stream mostly on Kick and Rumble, and there was a screenshot that went viral because I stream on Party, Kick, Rumble, and sometimes Twitter. Someone screenshotted my Rumble views, and I mostly just stream on Rumble because it's easier for the Clippers. And someone said, "Oh, Sneeko fell off because I had 300 viewers on Rumble." That's a platform that I don't promote, and this also shows why everyone bots. Because if you're gonna show like one of the platforms and say you fell off here, it's like people, that mentality is going to scare people. That's the worst thing a creator wants to hear.
Cap.
Also, if you get promoted more and you get paid more, because on Kick, the KCIP program, it doesn't recognize bots, so you literally get paid more to bot. If you spend 10% of your income, you say you give a company in India 10% of your revenue so that they can bot up your streams and you take more, they make more money and you make more money. Then you get a higher gambling deal because the gambling company thinks you have more money. So why would you not bot? I think I'm the only one. I don't take a gambling deal, so I'm not incentivized to do it. When I see everybody else, it's like, why would you not? Man, I can't imagine doing it just because, like, if you do it, you kind of got to keep doing it. You got to keep. That's interesting. You just said like you pay 10% of your income to a bot farm in India. And is that really how they do it? I was picturing people were just kind of micromanaging it themselves, but damn, that's crazy. No, there's companies that do it, and pretty much every Twitch streamer does it as well. Maybe I'm exposing it. I don't care. They have the bot systems are so advanced now. It's a bunch of phones hooked up to like one computer that the phones will watch the ads. So every Twitch streamer makes money to bot. So if you bought half of your viewership, you give that company 10% of your revenue, and then you take 90%. You're making you're barely even you're. Why would you not do it? Right. And so then the other weird part of it is the Clipper era that we're in. So how much money do you invest into that? And notably, like Neon at one point had a DJ Vlad interview, and he said that he had spent good idea. But one thing is for sure is that Clippers into that. And notably, like Neon at one point had a DJ Vlad interview, and he said that he had spent $200,000 in a month on Clippers. And I don't understand how that would ever be profitable or a good idea. But one thing is for sure is that it feels like Neon is getting all of these crazy opportunities with rappers and celebrities partially because of that. It feels like Neon is huge because every time I look at Twitter, I see him all the time. But then sometimes I'll notice, oh, I haven't seen Neon on Twitter for a while. Maybe he scaled back how much he's willing to pay his Clippers. Yeah, I mean, he's doing great. He's making a lot of money. I just saw he got a penthouse, love Neon. And it makes sense. He's getting the return on investment. People called him insane. But, man, I talked to him. He's doing really well. He's showing off his new houses and everything. So, obviously, it's worthwhile. I spend a lot on Clippers. I have a Discord server. People can still join and become Clippers. I have a system. Some people get, I have some consistent people that are on salary, and a lot of people just get paid through my clipping program, but I'm not spending close to 200,000, not even close. Yeah, if I spent 200,000 on Clippers this week or this month, I feel like I would probably lose close to all of the $200,000 because, like, for me, each incremental viewer that you gain as a result of the promotion that you get from those stream clips is really not that relevant, right? It seems like it's such a strange business model to me. No, it's not. It's see, a lot of it is perception for the companies. The companies think that you're more relevant. So this is what you should do if you're going to be an IRL streamer right now. It's kind of dystopian. You should bot your viewers. Maybe you have 30 to 50, maybe 100 loyal community members. Bot your way up to 20,000 live viewers. Then spend a lot on clippers. Then your perception is that, oh, look, you're really famous. I see you everywhere. Celebrities are going to come on. They look at your stream. Oh, look, 20,000 people, and more celebrities want to come on. The chat is slow, but people don't really know how to conceptualize how many people are actually on there. More companies are going to give you deals because they believe in the numbers. Even if they know it's fake, perception literally is reality. So everyone else is going to believe it anyway. You're going to make a lot of money. And I completely understand why people do it, but I just don't want to. We live in a crazy era and never get out. We live in a crazy era where you got to spend money on fake viewers and clippers to bring in real viewers, and this is all basically just done to keep up impressions. You understand, like when the audio leaked of Young Thug basically telling somebody on his team to buy Gunna the equivalent of 50,000 album sales so that he could have a #1 record, so that they could, publicly enjoy the good press of Gunna having a #1 album. I mean, when you hear like one of the biggest rappers in the game having that conversation, it's just like, oh, it actually makes me think about so many people I've interviewed over the years whose music seemed like it did very well, and then I interview them, and the interview does horrible, and I'm like, oh, so you don't have almost any real fans? This is all fake, and you got me to waste like hours of my life researching you and then interviewing you, and nobody gave a like, god damn.
Come on, bro. Like you can't make this shit up, bro. So just really think about that. They're telling you, and I had the Sneeko thing presented
That a
because
real thing?
if you go deep into like Kai Cenat's come up and even her with AMP and all that, Sneeko was there. Sneeko was a part of it when Kai was at the beginning of her career. And I'm saying her because Sneeko's also a grown ass woman. So she was groomed to get into that industry also. But she won't admit that part. That's why Sneeko pretends to be awakened or whatever, but you're still just asleep because money was also involved into your life from streaming. So why would you expose yourself? But she just did because she understands and was watching Kai Cenat's streaming career as well. So if you've been watching like AMP, just go back to the old videos like years ago and really think about, I think it was a Christmas special. Because I used to think to myself, I want to be a streamer, but then I thought about like, damn, this is what you got to do to get into the streaming industry just to be watched. You got to fake a lifestyle that people know is fake, but they're going to act as if it's real because you have money attached to your name. Hmm, that's not a life I think I want to join. So it's just like, it's really crazy how people think as if this grown woman has a million some followers, but realistically, these are just botted communities that she's paying to keep quiet about the secrets that have groomed her mind into basically seeking attention in. She's buying attention and it's being botted by artificial intelligence. This shit's crazy.
Oh yeah. Um, I
Wearing a dress is basically stripping a masculine man from his masculinity. This is why, to me, wearing a dress it goes beyond just the physical symbolism of emasculation. These beings who are the top streamers not only are botting their views, but to even remain the #1 streamer, to have other celebrities who went through the same procedure of being groomed, do satanic ritual abuse, going through that same process, you got to do the exact same emasculation behind closed doors that higher ups have did as well. So LeBron James will also be included into this video, and everything will make sense later on. Excuse me.
I believe it begins with the choices you make with what you find acceptable. If you get a role and it requires you to do certain things that you think is acceptable and you do them, then you'll get that call. Then you'll know. One thing always leads to another. It's not
Exactly. One door always leads to another. And of course, this grown ass woman will also tell you that as well. Because to be a celebrity, to be celebrated for something, you're either born into the inversion or you're born into the inversion and you are inverted. Beings who are biologically born in inversion, they can be on podcasts, they can be on interviews, they can be famous because their honesty is just different in the paradox that inverts lie about. That's exactly why when you know these people, these are like your brothers and sisters. Only difference is your sisters are playing as men and your brothers are playing as women. That's why gender roles reverse into what we see today. And on just that, you'll see how they're injecting the trauma, they're injecting the altering of your genetics in candy and food and your drinks. But all that will make sense later on. Let's just get in tune with it.
like you walk into Hollywood and they go like, "Hi, red pill, blue pill. Which one do you want?" It's that no. They put you through the test. You know, they know who they can get away with what. People do things on camera because they're comfortable doing them. If they're uncomfortable doing them, they shouldn't be doing them. It's just that simple. That's when problems happen.
And the thing is, too, if you just go watch all of Kai's videos, even when did the first Modviathon and there was a mine or a mime, the little mime that has the face paint, it's white, got little black spots, and it's doing little like this. One of those people ended up humping her on stream, and then she acted as if it never, she acted as if like she was shot. Let me see if there's even. And then you can. This shit's probably gone from the internet, huh? It's okay because it's just AO activity anyway. But yeah, it's just all rainbow participation. But if it's a woman doing it, is it still gay? That's why you really gotta like question your sexualization or your sexual identity with what you are attracted by. And the thing is, when you know biologically that you are attracted to a biological woman, then you would procreate with said woman. But there are many people who see the inversion and they have one or two ways to go about it. Either you can trip out about it, you can hate them, despise of their existence, and shame them and bash them. That's your way of life, cool. Or you can be aware of them and shit, you may still just participate in what they're being in. Or you can go a different route and just say, I acknowledge who they are. I know why they're being this way. I know what they look like and how they are. I know their mentality, their way of processing life and information. So I'm not going to sit here and bash them, hate them, despise them. None of that. And the thing is, you really can't ignore them when they're in your family. So know that they are here, they live, they're being aware of their existence, they know what their lies are, and they're going to keep lying to society. Therefore, don't play in their delusion, but love their lies because that's not their truth. There's many different ways to go about what has been happening since the beginning of time.
Problems and cases and situations and all this inappropriate because you weren't comfortable doing it anyway, but you did it. And now you want to come back and say, I was so the whole time I couldn't believe it. But the people doing the hiring go, I think they like this, or I think they're with it, or they're okay with it. I think they'll do it. This makes sense. Oh, they look like a natural. Oh, they're crying, this and that. They're fine.
Exactly. So when she's getting groomed on camera, she's comfortable doing that. So that's why even behind closed doors, you don't want to imagine what goes down. That's the weird part. But that weird part that you don't think about is the reason why they are the number one Twitch streamer. It's all a handle lifestyle. So it's really not authentic. Yes, you can, honestly, you can work so hard that you still won't be number one because you just aren't giving up something for their satisfaction to give you what you want. In order to get what you want, you got to give up something. And what is that? Pause.
Are you okay with nudity? They strip. Oh, they're fine. They're good. And then later they come out and say, "Oh, I was damaged, and they told me I had to, or else I would. If I don't put on this lipstick and dress, I'll never make it in Hollywood." Nobody says that. They just put it in front of you. So you want to do? We can do a dress. Oh hell yeah! They slide in that dress, zip it up, and put the lipstick on and the eyes, and they're happy with it. They're comfortable doing that. They're fine.
Think about Kevin Hart doing it, even Martin Lawrence. I mean, I think Will Smith did it too. There's many different actors, Terry Crews, they're comfortable doing that. They're grown ass women being themselves. So it's like now that we're older, we're more aware at this point. There is no shocker. When you go back and watch all those people I just named, go back and watch those sitcoms. When Martin was being Shanae or whatever, Martin was comfortable being his nature. That's literally who she is. Not only just that, it's all masonry and the symbolism as well with the apartment number. But anyways, not just that. I mean, Martin was the butt of the joke. You are a jackass. You are an idiot. You are a clown. You are a circus act. And you did it all for money, just so that you can have attention on you. This is exactly what women would be doing as, or if they were playing as a man. They're mocking masculinity. That's exactly why she wouldn't know. And you still have a noose of Saturnalian occultism around your neck. They're everywhere. You can't make this shit up.
That's them. They're good. That's the people that do it. It's the ones when you come to see.
That's why when they're not talking like this. They can't tell you or keep you up to date with what they're still hiding in. So it's like like majority of society, they're still blind to a veil that was never there. It's right in front of your face, but it takes somebody else on the internet to tell you what you haven't realized and still contradict what somebody on the internet is telling you. Do your own research. It's literally in front of your face. Contradict it, question it. It's not a crime to question your life.
Boom, I'll put the dress on. Yeah, no. No, it's not me. I'm not. I say the dress, but it's a metaphor for just doing things that I think are unnecessary, especially for comedy. I wasn't the Three Stooges type of I'm not the one I walk in and I trip and fall. You ain't got to hit me in the face with a pie. Ah, now I'm funny. Ha ha ha. Nah, just give me the line. I'll make it funny. I'll figure a way to say it cleverly that'll make everybody laugh. I don't have to trip and fall. I don't have to walk into a screen. Oh, jackass. No, I don't. That's not how I am. So it's easier for me to turn down things that I go, no, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? That make me look foolish? No. My character, my fan base likes what they like. So when I get feedback on, man, I loved you in this role, I loved you in that role, and they say things like, man, everything you do is solid, like, that's cool, thanks. I've done some things that overall as a project probably weren't solid, but my contribution to it was, when they see you, you don't let us down. Cool. I think of them when I choose roles. You know what I mean? I also think about what I'm comfortable.
And that role is to professionally lie to people that have maybe a purpose in being entertained or finding a purpose through entertainment. Many people watch these actors because they simply are unconscious to their life. They want to escape from their reality, so they need to be entertained by actors. That's why actors professionally lie to the consumer. Now, there are many consumers as well who are aware of what they're entertained by or what they're watching. Many people can watch a movie and not be entertained by it. They're basically learning with what they are watching. So that's why when you stop being entertained by stupidity in movies or documentaries, you understand that every movie is your documentary that you should not be entertained by because there is a symbolic message in this movie that's encrypted in silence. And if you don't see the joke or the comedic timing or presentation with it, you'll miss the joke. It'll probably go over your head. That's exactly why too, excuse me. When you're in tune with what people have not noticed, that's when you'll see it ahead of time. So where your laugh is mistimed by what people are questioning. Why are you laughing this early? You missed a joke. The joke was always you. That's why there's always cameras on us. There's always something watching what we're saying, what we're doing. That's exactly why they're afraid to tell you this truth because they took that oath. Doesn't matter how good you think they are. Doesn't matter how well spoken these beings are. These are still energetic parasitic entities, thought forms that are wearing costumes that look just like us. They're wearing our skins and acting like us, but they're not being like us. I don't care if you're a streamer, influencer, actor, a parent, a co-worker, doesn't matter. They are everywhere they live.
With and what I would have to compromise or not, But I do believe
waking up well rested might.
Hey. How is there? Oh, is that it? It's not it.
it's a very real thing. It's very spiritual. There's some people don't believe in God, but do believe in the devil. Well, where'd the devil come from? How do you believe in one and not the other? You don't believe evil exists? Will you say sing a prayer in a church and yeah, sure. All right, now we do this devil enchantment and da 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 da. No, I ain't doing that. I'm not playing with him. Yeah, yeah. You know it's real. So why would he not say, yeah, well, you do all this, I'll give you all the desires of your heart, but I'm gonna collect that later. And we see a lot of collections happen and happening.
You're speaking it into existence because you know your time is going to come as well. And you did it just because you want attention, you want your voice heard also. That's not wise as a human. These are not human beings. Human beings don't sell their morals, nor do they practice religion, nor do they believe in a God or a Jesus Christ or a Satan. Human beings don't believe in labels. Human beings don't even care about money. They don't even desire it. It's an identity that the ego wants. Spiritually, you don't need or want or believe in shit. You don't even hope for anything. Who the hell is a spiritual being says to themselves, I hope to become this one day? You're doing it and being it now.
We see the collections. And when it's happening, everybody, oh, I can't believe they did that to them. Well, they made that deal a long time ago and he's here to collect. I think it's a very real thing. Just me being honest, So, and it all comes when you try to figure the right turn or the left turn to make or the right path or this and that. Just think about it. Sometimes what you just got to do is you look around the corner. It's the best way to figure out decision making. If I do this right now, I get this. But what's the worst thing that could happen from this? It's that. It's this. I put on a dress, some lipstick. Now I'm out. I'm in the party or I'm at a club. Someone go, there go that punk. You this and that, sissy. Watch yourself. That was just a move. No, it ain't. You like that shit. Now I gotta fight this man.
That laugh is not a joke. But she thinks as if she's joking. No, you're laughing through your truth because you know that somebody saying that truth through frustration has some accuracy in it. We don't got to believe in truth and lies, but truth and lies are a thing physically in the virtual simulation. You're not laughing for no reason. You know that you enjoy doing that. You just admitted that there are some people who aren't forced again to address no, because that does make sense to me too. They're not going to sit here and say, get an address or else. No, it's either you do it or you don't. But if you don't do it, you won't get this life that you want. So what are they going to do? Willingly do it. So when somebody says, hey, you enjoy doing it or you're this or you're that, why would you fight them if it's not true? They don't even know themselves. They're hypocrites. I can see why they follow this religion.
We have to fight now. There's no other course of action. Because I put on that damn dread. Well, I'm not really like that, but I know that. Nah. That's part of it, yeah. That's enough right there to say, nah, well then I know my lane. I know what I can do. I'm not Tyler Perry. You're not comfortable in manhood. For one, that's not manhood. But let's not go there. What I'm just saying is it's the choices you make. And then if you make this choice, that
I mean, none of y'all are men anyways, especially under the hood. Pause.
choice, Hollywood sees you've already made these choices, well, then I'm sure you have no problem with this. Now we'll give you all you want, and you keep packing our agenda. We know whatever we give you, you'll do. So here, we'll give him all the money he wants because we say, now you're doing this because this is the agenda.
Hey, what's crazy? That's why Tyler Perry in my city, Tyler Perry, if you go near, it's close to the airport. It's on the outskirts of Atlanta. But Tyler Perry Studios, if you actually go there and you see it, you gotta ask yourself. And the thing is too, when you approach it, it's like a little circle. When you drive, it's on your left hand side, depending on what street you come from. It could be on your right or your left, but you'll be close to a highway. And when you see it, when you enter, you'll see how massive the studios are. You'll see the entrance towards it. You got security in the front, and it's crazy. I mean, nigga got a whole fountain, and not just that, but a lake in the front of it. And you gotta really think to yourself, damn, you went through all of that to where even the Boondocks told you what you were, but they still hid the inversion because you can't just openly come out and say that grown women are playing in men's body. Society can't comprehend that. And that's the technology upon linguistics. And when you ask yourself, damn, what did Tyler Perry do to have all of this, where you have your own studio and people are taking pictures of it? Look at Tyler Perry's career. Look at all the movies that Tyler Perry was channeling. That's how she did it. Slavery never went anywhere. It's rebranded and restructured in what people are watching and entertained by
Agenda we want to push.
and idolizing and looking up to and laughing about. People laugh about our beings being emasculated by beings who are still oppressing us, and we're okay with this. But we want change, but Black Lives Matter. but you won't stand up for what really should be mattering to our people to let go of. Money does not matter. Having attention does not matter. It's stupidity for what people care about. And that's exactly why they get you when you're young.
This is what we want to make black men look like. This is what we want the picture of. So here, you get your money. Now go do it. That's selling your soul. You don't have a soul. It means you don't have a say. You just do what they tell you to do. Somebody thought I would do that and sent me a script and said, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I said, no, I'm not. But they already paid me. So I give them what I want to give them. Here, this is what you get, some push-ups. Anything else? Nope. We got to find another way now. We got to find another way because he didn't do what was on the script. Put a camera in the dressing room before he leaves. Tell him to take his shirt off real quick, but he changed about that. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But yes, I totally believe there's that. I've never been fortunately faced with okay, this is what it is. You know, I think people like Dave Chappelle have, and they said, look, this is what we doing now. This is what we doing. This is the money on the table. Your choice. And he said, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? Kudos to him. He survived, came back even stronger. You know what I mean? I think everyone has that moment. You have to make that choice, that decision. It may be professionally, it may be while you're pulled over by the cops. It may be out at a club somewhere. You know what I mean? But everyone gets that choice. We all hope, pray that we make the right one.
In Hollywood.
Hey, I agree. Because if I was to, excuse me, and I'm saying this because if I was to go through with the first initiation of Freemasonry, if I was to continue that, I couldn't make these videos. There is somebody out there who may not say it, but they love when we break down what society's asleep to. They love these videos. That's why I'm gonna keep on doing them because you won't enjoy a contradiction. But you know what the truth is, you don't gotta define it. But silently, you understand what's not being said, but we're saying it. But it doesn't matter how deep we go into it. Only you can know what this is. That's why I'm showing you what the fuck they're telling us. To where we don't even know what the fuck this is anymore. It's all a dream anyway. But yeah, that's why making that right choice of walking away and exposing what this is, I feel better every day about that because you can't buy me. You can't put a price tag on me. You can't tell me that I'm going to gain the world, but yet what is it going to cost me? I can give a fuck about what the world's going to give me. I am the world giving myself to myself. What do I need at that point when everything I want and need is within me? What do I have? I'm craving delusions and I'm praying to a delusion that's labeling itself as what we give the labeling to? Come on, man. That's delusional. Are people ready to understand and understand? No matter what form we took, they are still, and mind you, this is our different pigmentation of the foundation. No matter what, they whitewash it to basically show you what you still idolize because it came from a mindset that people still make stories of, but to empower themselves. Now, this false enlightenment, this false this light bearer called Lucifer, that people still think is also black as well, is a demonstration of what beings are not being. Why the fuck would an infinite being handle a Saturnalian unfolded cube called a cross? Why would you play in your own delusion? This is exactly why, if there was a God, God chose to be this way. God chose to be in that. And it still didn't make sense to this being. That's why humans believed this being died or got crucified. Only a fool can believe in Jesus Christ. Only a fool can take this information and say, this is what happened. If I told your spirit what is happening in this picture, you wouldn't even give me an answer. That's how I know you speak truth because it never made sense to the ego or really the spirit. But it'll make sense to the ego if you don't free yourself from the ego. But if I tell a human, anybody in this world, if I tell you, what is this picture? What do these pictures mean to you? If you give me an answer, you lied in your truth. And I applaud you for that. Thank you for telling me what never existed. But I'm going to listen to you anyways because you've been forgiven. But then if I ask you in this time period, what did these pictures mean? And you don't answer me, fist bump. Give me a hug, brother, sister, because you understand the game. Silence is truth, and that's why we talk too much, because we lie in our truth. I'm officially moving out of LA. I feel like I'm losing myself. So much demonic energy and things going on. I'm packing my shit and leaving tonight. I love how these beings want to be victims so bad and what they're comfortable doing it. And then when they get caught doing what they do behind closed doors, all of a sudden it's a scapegoat, demonic energy. It's LA. It's this and that. I'm losing myself because of a state of consciousness that you're being in. Oh, okay. Israel is a state of consciousness. Inner spirit revealing all enlightened levels. I'm gonna let you sit on that. Inner spirit reveals all enlightened levels. This is exactly where our inner sun will recognize itself as one with eternal light. That's exactly why, too, when you understand that Isis, divine feminine intuition, was inverted, Ra, the solar masculine, divine intelligence, and the El, the most high energy, this balanced trinity of creation of the intuition, illumination, and divine law of the El is the awakening of an anointed being within self. That's exactly why they had to genetically engineer human beings to not being wise anymore. Where did wisdom go to where we don't even understand the shit that I'm talking about right now? That's spiritual warfare. That's exactly why Israel's in a fucking place. It's a state of consciousness. We're being in it right now. In any location that you go to, when any screen is watching you, watching your process of your mind, are you oppressed by what you see? Are you oppressed by, are you oppressed by what you think is reality? Are you oppressed by what you're entertained by? And if you say yes, there's your answer. That's why streamers exist. Drewski is a race war agent, not even hiding it either, just blatant, him and Charleston White. And we're gonna make a video on Kevin Durant. So there's a reason why, like, just there's a reason why all these things are being bookmarked. I have so much information. It's gonna take us years to complete this shit. But let's get back to it. So Drewski was also on Kai's stream and doing a sleepover because Drewski also wants attention as well from the younger generation to maintain her energetic vampirism practices of occultism and satanic ritualism and ritual abuse that she's groomed in. So by that happening, even Inali Choppa, because I think Inali Choppa was on Aiden and I think Kai Street. I could be wrong about the Kai part, but I mean, let's really ask ourselves this question. Why are they standing on the checkerboard? Out of all the surface levels that you can stand on, you stand on this to where you're alchemizing yourself to portray Tupac and Michael Jackson, one of the two greatest or gayest observations of all time? Pause. Well, really, they're women. So what is pause in that case? I mean, these grown-ass women are mimicking channeled energy. That's why there's only so many actors that can change bodies. I don't believe in shapeshifters, but I believe that consciousness can move in different vessels. That's all we are. We're energy observing what never was. So who's really being anointed in their self? Out of all the surface level things that you could have stood on, you're poisoning the youth. Nothing positive you do. You're projecting about NBA young girl. Both of you are girls talking about each other. You're dissing yourself. Literally. Oh my God. You can't make this shit the fuck up. You just can't. I have no idea who either one of these girls are, but apparently it's a big deal in the rap community. What I do notice though is that this is taking place on a Masonic checkerboard floor. Nothing but sellouts. And niggas be thinking I be tripping. No. Influencers, spiritual leaders, they do this shit too. They not off the hook either. You cannot escape your karma. Am I karma observing itself while you do what you do behind closed doors? Who knows? This motherfucker here. I used to see this person's videos in school, not knowing that you're also a grown ass woman with a lot of estrogen, but you may be taking testosterone to look like this. But you keep this because this is the only thing that can make you a man. But men have more than just a stash. Pause.
I've been doing calculations as well as looking back at old.
Ask yourself that too. Is this a video of AI Or did the being really say this? Or is it a deep fake of a deep fake of a rabbit hole that never said anything at all? Does this character exist? And will this character tell you the truth about what doesn't exist? Let's find out.
I've been doing calculations, as well as looking back at old NASA footage and raw data from satellites hovering above Earth. And I just can't escape the conclusion that the Earth might actually be flat.
Who gives a fuck? Who cares? You are living in the womb of what a man perceives in the story of a man's hmm, of a man's perception to what he was taught to give birth to and live in. From the birth that was living in the cycle of death that it goes to bed with. How do you sleep with what you gave birth to?
That's not me. It was never me. Those aren't my words. That's what's called a deep fake.
Is she telling the truth? The world will never know. That's exactly why. So, as I looked at this shit, this is like a portal into a different room. But anyway, look at the motherboard. If we're looking at this from a higher point of view, all you really are seeing is your consciousness drowning itself by a self-encoded belief system. Systems that hide in secret tell us what they think we are looking at, but you never seen what the world looks like. It's not hollow, it's not flat, it's not a sphere. It's a plane of existence. It's infinite. It goes on forever. It has no form. If you're giving anything form, you're talking about what you shaped your ego to believe. You are literally following and believing in delusions. That's so the thing is, you're fucked. You're fucked. They can't fuck my mind no more. Fuck this shit. I'm not gonna keep on believing what society believes in. Hell no, I'm going the opposite way. Let's keep on going. These are lifelike skin masks they are wearing. It's impossible to tell them apart from a real person. Anyone or anything could be underneath. This is exactly why, too, a lot of them have bodyguards, not even just that. Nobody's about to just walk up to you and see if you're wearing a skin suit because they will always have somebody observing or mirroring them in the process of what you're trying to touch. That's why they don't want you touching them. But majority of people that you see are wearing a skin suit and they know it. And they're calling themselves names to blind you from your vision, no pun intended. So yeah, you can look at this on your own, but I mean, grown ass women are part of the same exact fucking ritual. Let me see, hold on. Man, I think people were put on this planet to test my anger management skills. I love that. Just going to set this here. If you had to cheat to win, is that really winning? USA gymnastics, 5 men, no hips, instant fail, male to female inverted. What do you got to do to be the best? And if you're the best, being the best and beating the best, are you the best that ever was? No, you're not. You had to cheat to win. Is that your fault? No, but you chose this life. So are you at fault for what you chose yourselves to be inverted into? Remember, life is a choice that people will call free will. You don't have the freedom nor the willpower to fight for what is happening to our youth every single day. That's why if you free your mind and you make a choice for what matters, you would stop this shit from happening by talking about it. And even when you talk about it, they'll shame you, they'll judge you, they'll talk about you. And yet and still, what are you doing about the grooming of society? Nothing, because they love to be groomed by their oppressor. Genetic trauma never went away. And Deshay, also another grown ass woman, and we're going to see this example right here. Talking about my city too, which is really crazy because they're not wrong.
Atlanta got the baddest, beautiful,
They
most
be
beautiful
niggas.
women. No, they don't,
They
nigga.
be niggas,
No, they don't.
What are you getting mad for? What are you getting mad for? You're defending what is very accurate. There are a lot of there are a lot of transformers in my city. On the outside of my city, they're not even just in my city, they're everywhere. So what are you getting upset for? If I was to be told this at this age, I would be like, how do you know? And I wouldn't even sit here and deny it because I'd be like, I ain't gonna lie, that's very accurate because you can see them. Some of them don't even hide. And the thing is, too, my city is basically promoting this shit. So
They be
Most beautiful women.
niggas.
No, they don't,
They
nigga.
be niggas,
No, they
bro.
don't.
They
Atlanta
be
got
the baddest niggas in the world.
they laughing because they know, not only just that, both of them are grown ass women that know women. That's why they're like, bro, this shit is so psychotic. It'll make you sound insane, bro. Because if you think about this shit, these are all grown ass women laughing at what society cannot comprehend. That's why they're famous for doing this shit. They're lying in their truth. And their truth is so loud, they hide it in silence. And society can't see it because they see two men. That's not masculine. Shout out to Cyber Egg. Cyber Egg, you follow me on Twitter, so I appreciate you because the thing is, I can't be lying about the stuff that other people are talking about as well. If you call yourself a truther but haven't exposed a lot of secret gender inverted frauds, then you still have a really long way to go. That's exactly why it's hard to have a conversation with people who don't see this shit for what it is. It's like, man, it's just like sitting above the clouds, and people who keep falling in the clouds are like, bro, how do you sit still? Still in what? What do you mean? Exactly. And niggas still wouldn't comprehend what I just said. Secret inverts lying about their biological sex is a super glue holding together all the deception and lies in the world. That's why you must learn to see them. Once you do, everything will suddenly look very different, and you will be amazed at the clarity it gives you to recognize bullshit at lightning speed. That's why when I developed this throughout my whole entire life, for 20 something years, I can recognize bullshit instantly. That's why I'm exposing people who are lying about themselves. That's why I have my own gematria and everything I put, I can contradict and tell you why it says that. These people cannot do that shit. The most successful lie in all of history is this is an easy one. Elite gender inversion is by far the most successful lie in all of human history. That's a fucking fact. No other lie even comes close to the success of the secret invert society, which has always reigned supreme over the clueless sheeple. The proof is in the fact that so few people are even aware of EGI and how the biosex of inverts has never been questioned by the masses through centuries and centuries of gender deception on an enormous scale. And the hundreds of comments to this post only serve to confirm this truth. I rest my case. Bars. Nigga ain't even rapping. Be wise enough to listen to what a person is not saying. The more mature or the more you mature, the more you realize some people will love the idea of you but lack the ability to grasp the reality of you. Can't comprehend what the fuck I'm saying, nigga. That's why I talk to myself. Political parties are an illusion. All politicians are evil. Presidents are scripted. Voting is witchcraft. TV, cell phones, laptops are black mirror magic. Actors, athletes, celebs, and musicians are ritually sacrificed based on their numerology. Halloween is every fucking day. Neon, we already read this post. This is basically a humiliation ritual on stream. This shit is fucking crazy. Not only just that, now that we showed you, this is what they do behind closed doors, and they openly did it. Now get on my fucking DM or my bookmark. Television, Television, a digital scrying mirror, a sigil delivery system. Sigil, alcohol equals spirits or alcohol. Alcohol, yeah. When you black out, who comes in? Porn equals remote psychic access. Energetic cores are formed through orgasm. Every image is a ritual. Every climax is a contract. If you can make a woman climax, if you can make a woman climax, she will she will sign her nature to you forever. She will be bound by what you made her do. If you can have her make a mess that she's never been able to see before, to where she cleans it up herself and she appreciates you for what you did to her, she will always see you as access to opening up her mind. Your astral self and astral plane entity feeding on you doing this to yourself. But not only just that, even when you're playing games, watching celebrities, music, this being is always attached to your vessel. Not only just that, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Transgender YouTuber Bao Black's caught joking about giving hormones out for Halloween candy. They're giving out hormones for Halloween candy. And you don't think they're injecting this shit silently? Telling you every single day, they telling themselves, and niggas think I be bullshitting, but then when I bookmark this stuff, all of a sudden the comments are quiet. Because people know. I know what the fuck is happening. And if you want to keep silent about this stuff, you're an advocate for it. You love this shit. Because you're weird. And this is basically what happened to her. She wants to groom or even portray what she was groomed by. That's exactly why she will only make this shit as a joke for Halloween. This is not funny. You're joking about giving hormones out for Halloween candy? And then imagine what they're putting in the candy that your children are eating. Not only just that, this shit's also injected in the food and TV and movies and music and religion in schools, in your family, and your DNA, and in what you believe. Trans people know that they are making trans people look bad when they make these posts as jokes. They do it anyway. That's because they aren't joking. They really are coming for your children. These posts aren't jokes, they are threats. And if you don't see the threat that's being portrayed or even imagined in this society, you're going to let your children get inverted right in front of your face. Why do you think the ooey gooey incident that happened in 2020 was a thing? Shit ain't no fucking joke, man. Nigga, they been doing this shit. Oh yeah, that's a different video for a different day. Baseball and it's based on the connection. This one right here, this is probably to me a key point, man. This shit is going to make so much sense.
Oh, excuse me. What do you do for a living?
No, fuck that. Let's go full screen. Look at this. Ask yourself, why can't these men ever grow facial hair? And then when they do, how long does it take for them to grow it back?
Oh, excuse me. What do you do for
Why would a woman want to have so much hair on what the attention is bringing? Understand this.
a living?
What do you do? Oh, my fault.
Oh, excuse me. What do you do for a living?
I'm a professional liar.
That's her truth. You see how crazy that shit is? I am a professional liar.
Excuse me. What do you do for a living?
I'm a professional liar.
And people will still laugh about that. What's funny? Her truth? Oh, I see the joke.
Oh, yeah? That sounds like it's the right occupation, actually.
I pretend to be other people.
And she willingly said this because she knows with a smirk, they can't comprehend this shit anyways, but you and I know because it's why you're recording me in the moment. That's exactly why too. You're so close to my presence. So I'm going to give you the views that you desire because we're in the same exact society with secrets.
Okay.
And I tell stories that aren't true. I deliver them convincingly, or so I'm told.
I believe you, actually.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
crazy.
I'm also a conspirator.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of other people involved
Okay.
in those big lies. And then we sell them to the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm an actor.
Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me.
What was funny? Can't make this shit up, bro. Social media is overrun with attention-thirsty troons everywhere we look, all on purpose, of course. Got to keep normies dazed and confused when it comes to identifying true biological genders so the EGI scam can continue unabated. And what better way to do that than to mess with our brains by pushing inverts on us at every turn? Nothing is too trivial to feature them. Let's keep on going.
I am
Deepfakes are synthetic media in which a person in an existing image or video is replaced with someone else's likeness.
not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, At least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to capture, process, and make sense of the information our senses receive? If you can see, hear, taste, or smell something, does that make it real? Or is it simply the ability to feel?
Thank you!
I would like to welcome you to the era of synthetic reality.
Oh my God! They're finally admitting it! And niggas still can't see it clearly.
Now,
This shit's so crazy, man. When you understand this video, this is basically what we're moving through. This is basically water, but different branches or different connections of an interconnected web of the simulations that we are moving in. And Lucy is a great depiction of basically the inverted version of Lucifer and a man's perception playing as a woman, showing you her fucking matrix, dog. I mean, bro, this might be the greatest video of all fucking time. And yet, and still, this video is asked to me. Look at that. This is basically all of the different connections of your ego, opening up more connections of her ego or his ego, more codes that define what her ego or his ego is stuck in the fucking movie. This could all be one language. It could be many languages. What is your perception of this reality right here? Looking like, what the hell are you doing? Can he even see, or can she even see what Lucy is doing at the moment? Probably not. That's why I be telling people, what timeline are you in? We don't exist in the same exact timeline or time zone. Or shit, simulation, if you want to call it that too. Now, what is this?
Kanye West is an example of somebody who is struggling with demon possession, who's fighting it.
Well, take us through that example.
Yeah, so like a lot of the celebrities, the reason why they have to kill somebody is because that creates such a trauma hole. And same thing with why they have to molest children and do these terrible things. It creates such a trauma hole in the person's mind. They're like, I can't believe I just did that. Instantly they're out. Like the demon, if it wants to go in and out of that person, it's like boom, boom. It's them or the demon. You don't even know.
Easy access.
They want you to kill someone that you love. It has to be someone you love. Like Kanye West, like originally, like he admitted that he sacrificed his mom.
My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
He sacrificed his mother. That's part of a satanic ritual. You have to create trauma. And so you have to understand how hypnosis.
Exactly. Because when you create the trauma, you now get to see what's celebrated. That's why there are celebrities with some severe trauma that they need to heal from. That's why they're so great at their craft. This is literally occultism.
Works too.
That's why only the greatest minds know what the fuck is going on.
Because this is a part of it. Because
so you don't believe that was something he just said. You believe that to be very real.
Oh, no, he 100% did that. Yeah, I believe that he was involved in a ritual involvement of ritual sex because they're all involved in that. All the celebrities do that.
Dr. Dre, his son, you're out in Hollywood. A lot of people come.
Not just that. If Kanye is a grown-ass woman, did you sacrifice your mom for what she taught you to be behind closed doors? And the thing is, too, is your mom really dead? Or did you sacrifice your mother's image as she's still existing with the fruits of your labor? How deep does this shit really get?
I'm up missing.
Like they all have somebody close to them that has to die.
So when you're talking about people like Diddy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They all have participated in ritual sacrifices. And so like you have to, okay, so like there's a determining factor on whether you can be hypnotized or not. Okay. It comes down to, have you had trauma in your life? The more trauma, the more you are hypnotizable. Okay. And hypnotists won't tell you this, but this is the fact. This is how it works. Like, and so they want that's why they put this stuff in the media all the time. And they make it easy for criminals, but then they like tell you it's illegal if you do this. And then it's like, but they can do it. And they want to create environments where it creates more trauma, because the more there's trauma, the more they can control you. The more witchcraft works, the more demons can influence you. The more trauma a person has, you are susceptible to hypnosis. If you've been
more
traumatized.
vulnerable, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, because when the brain has experienced trauma, what happens is your mind will shut off a part of your brain and say, I am never going to go to that folder there ever. Okay? And so there's a part of your brain that is inaccessible. In fact, a lot of people I pray for, they get healing, and afterwards they start
They do so good, and when I just hear a word, it's just like, oh, you're going right back to your trauma. How can you be so precise with awareness and then you fall right back into your own trauma? That is so crazy, man. You just did it in real time.
Remembering things, and they actually become.
What are you praying for? Praying on fucking work? Nigga, work on yourself.
A lot of people I pray for, they get healing, and afterwards they start remembering things, and they actually become smarter.
They start remembering and becoming smarter because they're becoming more aware of what they have to heal. It's not your goddamn prayer.
They literally become more intelligent because they can use all of their brain. They don't realize that part of their memory hold space in their mind is cut off because there's a trauma in there, and their cognitive mind says we are not going anywhere near that part of the brain, nowhere near that folder.
This is why people have what they call undealt with childhood trauma.
Exactly.
They don't access it. They can't talk about it.
Yep. And then as a hypnosis person, if they have that, sleep, you're out. Like, dude, it's like that. And when you're in that hypnotic state, demon comes in and can take over.
It gives me like this horrific sinking feeling.
And that's ironic coming from these two who are still under the same demonic hypnotism.
Feeling. Like, that makes me hurt for Ye.
It does. I feel bad for him. I feel terrible for him, actually. So, like, I and he's fighting this, trying to fight it on his own. Honestly, I need to talk to him sometime. He's trying to fight it on his own, and he's not recognizing how the demons are utilizing or working.
All right. And we already mentioned how Sneeko was also in ties with Kai Cenat in the streaming industry back in old AMP videos. So I bookmarked this because we're going to just understand if she's going to tell her truth as well. At least now that he's done this humiliation ritual, he can become the #1 streamer he's always wanted to be, Kai Cenat and Speed.
In the motor truck, please stop! All right, listen. Just leave it at that. Okay, you're great at what you do. Let's just.
This is why when you guys tell me to go to LA, I tell you to suck my dick. When everyone wants me to be a dancing monkey at these parties and do the circle with influencers, ring around the rosy, I'm just like, go choke and die. Once in a while, but just like when people beg for it, how about you just kill yourself? I'm not. This is why. This is LA. You see that this isn't a house. You don't know where this is, but based off the humans here, you know it's LA. Poor Neon. Maybe I should save Neon. Maybe I should save him.
Oh my God! Yo! What the? I can't see!
And it's sad as fuck because you let this shit happen to you with your girlfriend right there in the process. You let two grown women groom you as a woman. We just literally watched a pagan practice on a stream. When you see Neon go up, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I know one thing though. I haven't been wrong since I started exposing all the lies on social media. I wonder who's lying. Now you want to act like you mad. This is all a show. They're literally showing you how comfortable they are, but they got to make it seem as if you can't tell their emotions. But inside, they enjoyed it. That's why you can't see the face. Where are you going? It's all a script. They know what to say, when to do it, when to act. They know when to lights, camera, action. They basically know when to get into character. And if you want to get to the top, if you want more attention by streaming, you got to do some things for us that we want to see. What do you want to do? What they're comfortable with.
Holy fuck!
His girl, Chloe,
Really?
Look what his girlfriend made him do. Why do you guys know what the context is? Like, why are Love Speech members aware of this whole... Are you... Well, I mean, at least like now that he's done this humiliation ritual, he can become the #1 streamer. He always wanted to be Kai Cenat at speed. He can do it now. He's allowed. He has permission from the Illuminati.
That's just disgusting. Let's keep going, moving forward. Now, Cardi Clone and Ken Carson. We definitely gonna understand this one too. So I want to see if I'm accurate on this. Hold on.
I hope you enjoy this custom Xbox wireless controller with inspired Ken Carson artwork. If you mention these custom
Reacting to Ken Carson. It's like this is what Diddy would do. And not just that, Diddy is basically Kai Cenat. So as far as the actor behind the being.
nigga low key. Yo, speaking of Ken, bro, you know who's the funniest nigga low key? Chat, Ken Carson, bro. He be having me in bro. We be chopping it up. Bro, he be having me in fucking tears, bro. That nigga is so fucking funny, bro. Literally. What the fuck? Wait, what? Bring him on stream. Yeah, but you know he opium. He like mysterious. So like, like, he's mysterious, dude. I can ask him, but Ken mysterious. Yo, speaking of Ken, bro, you know who's the funniest
If
nigga?
you're mentioning mysterious, just simply call it what it is. They're mystics. It's mysticism. How do I know? I know the practice. I study it. Like you clones are not slick. And I'm just showing y'all the accuracy. Like these people cannot hide. They are looking up to a bunch of images of themselves, clones. And I think they were at Rolling Loud for Ken Carson's performance. I mean, at this point, it gets tiring telling the truth after a while. I'm gonna still keep doing I'm gonna still keep doing it no matter how tired I think I am. Ken Carson equals Cardi clone. 4 ciphers. Ronnie 2K, we're gonna have a breakdown. This is basically Ronnie as a woman. All of a sudden, we'll get into that. That video is for another day, so we'll skip that. It's all connected. As we can see, Isis, Horus, and Set, and all of that, sun worship, all-seeing eye, the enlightenment of your mind, the union of opposites, same buildings, same occultic principles, and same mind control. Doesn't matter how old you want to get into the information, you have been doing this form of mind control, even in an ancient time period. Who do you think was watching you do it? That's why they gave us this technology to show you what we still do as far as history goes. But niggas think they know history. Yeah, and you worship what you still believe in, Luciferianism.
I also want to say thank you to my mom and dad.
Robert De Niro's son, Aaron, became emotional while expressing gratitude to his father for supporting him on becoming a woman, calling the decision to come out an act of courage. Really? We're we made it to a point to where if you want to become toothpaste, for example, you can be that. Who's going to tell you otherwise? Nobody knows what you see yourself as. Got it.
For supporting
I won't
me
partake.
and accepting.
All I know is I'm not participating in your game. So if you're born as a guy and you're playing as a woman, how you doing, sir? Nice to meet you. There's no offense to you, but I just don't want to be asleep to your game. Sorry.
Me.
Not sorry.
And, always being there when I need them. Yeah. I could not have asked for better parents. So thank you. And when it comes to the folks who messaged me with opportunities like movie roles and like walking in fashion shows, I'm very flattered and I'm honored that, you.
And when you watch, this being that's wearing the costume is learning how to be a woman. That's why she's talking like that. Like she's learning how to communicate her emotions. That's why she's processing them at the rate that she's talking.
Would consider me for that, but there's
And she's being careful with her words because she wants to make sure that she doesn't tell you the secrets to how she got in those doors that she's flattered by. Like, stop the
two
bullshit.
big reasons why I can't follow through on those or accept those offers. One of them being I injured myself in January and I had knee surgery about 3 weeks ago. So right now I'm just focused on healing and taking it easy. So I'm not really in the best position to be like walking shows or anything like that. I've never done it before anyways, so it would probably be very awkward. And the other reason is I feel like I need to say I recognize I definitely come from a place of privilege, given the environment I live in, and who my family is. I don't feel I'm as deserving of those opportunities or even of as much praise as I'm getting. While I recognize coming out in it of itself is an act of bravery, especially given the current climate of things.
Were you about to say polarity?
There are folks who have it much harder than I do, who live in areas, who have circumstances that are much more dangerous and scary than I do, who, despite all that, still live their truths and come out. And I want to hold space for them. I want to recognize them. I want to say thank you to them. And I hope that those individuals who are way braver than I am, I hope they are presented with the same opportunities that I am. And, you know, I hope those who've reached out to me find those folks, because they deserve to have their dreams come true. And even, you know, folks who...
Should the dreams come true if they're built with rooted lies?
Have been wanting to get into those industries like fashion and music and acting, who've been training and studying much harder and, you know, for a way longer time than I have. I hope that those opportunities present themselves to you as well, because...
Candace Owens, and this will make sense. And as you can see, shout out to you, Skull and Gate, as well. 2 examples, male, male. And Skull and Gate also tells you why. Because forensics, people who go to school for this will tell you straight legs, knees together, feet facing forward, gap between feet. Basically how a man would walk. And a lot of times they forget that, hey, you know, you got to walk like a woman. So when they're caught in the act, people have pictures of this shit because they're showing you the truth. But yeah, if you're blind to it, that's your fault. That's why when people ask, why do evil people, how come they don't get karma and all that? No, they got their karma, but you'll know when it's about to happen. But they just can't tell you the truth yet, or have they already told you who they are and they're showing you what they are. So what do you believe?
The establishment of Hollywood, it was all cults. They were all
On the occult influence on society. She's basically talking about herself.
Aleister Crowley proteges who were just raping kids and summoning demons, and demons are real. So at the same time, if they're summoning demons, they are making us all believe that faith is not real. And that has been, I think, the greatest trick that the devil ever played, right? Is making people think that he didn't exist and making people atheist, making people believe that there's nothing, like you're here for a moment in time, because then it allows them to further tether us to their reality and to their God, which is money, right? Well, if you truly knew and believed, like I do, I actually know that this is not it. Like, I know this is not it. But if you truly believed that, you wouldn't sell your soul. People think that
You're talking to yourself. You answered, no one just that you questioned yourself and you knew what you did. And you just covered it up by what you admitted out loud. This shit's crazy. They told themselves, listen to what she just, or listen to what he just said.
But if you truly believed that, you wouldn't sell your soul. People
Not
who
only that.
truly knew and believed, right? Well, their reality and to their God, which is money.
In the movie, because in the movie they live. They show you money is an inverse form of love. That's why they want to get paid so much. That's exactly why they desire money. They crave it. They're consuming what they are obeying. That's why they're buying your illusions and they want you to stay asleep to what you're buying into. Let's get into it.
Right? Well, if you truly knew and believed, like I do, I actually know that this is not it. Like, I know this is not it. But if you truly believed that, you wouldn't sell your soul. People think that that's just like an expression. Oh, he sold his soul. No, you are literally selling your soul. Like, when you tell
You laugh because you know, huh? Speaking from experience, huh, Candace Owens?
lies and you go down a path of lying because you're so afraid of not having the security of a paycheck, or you're willing to do something terrible to maintain that job, or keeping your mouth shut to maintain that job. We're seeing it right now with the Charlie Kirk case, right? You're selling your soul. Like, there's a life after this. They have made you pledge your allegiance to their dollar because they know life is going on. They know that. They want you to literally sell them your soul. That's my personal belief. It's why I am religious. It's why I speak about.
You're religious. I mean, God, bro. That's why I be telling y'all, man. These people know so much, but yet it's so little. You're still religious and you know about the occult. Like, how hypnotized are you really being? God does not have a religion, and people are still calling themselves religious. They are worshiping Satan. Man, bro, this shit is just.
My faith openly because I just know if this is not it, and I just know these people are demons. Like, I don't know. They just, like, look at the way they breathe. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing. I look at Sam Altman. I'm like, look, I don't know, but I know.
You're religious, but they don't want to explain. The thing is, if you believe in demons, that's exactly what a demon would say, because demons don't exist in my world. So I wonder what exists in yours. LeBron James, was LeBron James not on Kai's stream? I haven't been to a pizza party in a minute. Now, this thread, this shit is crazy. This shit's crazy. Not gonna lie to you. This is accurate as far as Boule worship as well. I might make a Patreon video on that. I'm not going to play the audio out loud because who knows if this is AI or this is actual footage that's covered up, but it can be let out whenever. I'm not going to play it, but this is the audio of LeBron and Diddy behind closed doors. I'm just going to leave it at that. And I have the proof right here of the account so you can see, because if you have a Twitter, if you want to listen to that, you can go on this thread right here. Okay, this is the form of the thread right here. So here's the name. I even get closer for you. And if you encounter this, no comment. That's exactly why LeBron James is the greatest invert of all time, because she doesn't have the balls to really talk about what truly matters and what she did to get to that stature of fame. This shit's been going on since she was young. Who do you think groomed her into the process? He can eat himself if he is craving pizza because there's a shortage. Pizza, girls. Exactly why Justin Bieber Out of all the emojis, you want to have pizza on a little girl? I mean, come on, bro. Symbolism, hot dogs. It's crazy how they demonize food. Like, this makes you not even want to eat fucking food no more. Cause like, damn, you people are sick as fuck. Like you fucked up the enjoyment of even eating because you just can't control your lust. That's disgusting as fuck, man. Oh my God, bro. Some days the pizza just be hitting different like that. Nah, this nigga really said that shit. Just one more bite, Blaze Pizza, LeBron James, something. Just one more bite. Some days the pizza just be hitting different like that. Wow. That's why I'm trying to make sure that the youth is aware of who they look up to, man. That's why I don't mind telling them the truth about this stuff. And they go back home and tell their parents, why would I care? Like, come on, bro. This is sick. I don't want to keep looking at this shit, bro. This shit here. Kai and Speed had a stream, but she's telling you what makes her feel like a man. Grown ass woman talking about masculinity.
No! It's not cut off. It's not cut off. Oh, Baba said it's the only thing. Whoa. I would never cut your mustache off.
Out of all the planted. Come on, man. You cutting hair and reminiscing over what you came up in. Then you gonna wear a shirt on her stream that says planted. They're not doing this shit for you. They putting on a show for the higher ups, man. They telling you.
Oh, Baba said this is the only thing that make me a man. I would never cut
Why you say it like that?
you a man. I would never cut your mustache.
What the fuck?
Say this is the only thing that make me a man. I would never.
But that's her truth. You see a man. I just see a woman trying to play a man.
Okay.
What a show.
All right. Okay. Got me? Yes. I got you. Yes. Okay. All right. I never do you like that. All right. No.
Like, my thing is, my reaction, I'll be like, yo, what you doing cutting my mustache? But my thing is too, if you trimming it, I ain't even tripping. But like if you cutting it off, I'll be like, why would you do that? But then I know that it'll grow back. So it's like there's no point in really tripping, but you can spaz out because like my nigga, I didn't tell you to shave off my mustache. But either way it goes, I'm gonna still be a man at the end of the day. So it won't change nothing, which is really crazy. The world would be better if they can all just come out and just say this truth.
Haley, you're hard.
The rumors are true.
Do people say that?
No, I mean, like when people are trying to be mean, they're like, she looks trans. And I'm like, why do you think that's a diss?
Why do you think that's a diss? You can't offend them. So when people say that, it's not motherfucking hate, nigga. We telling you the truth, and niggas will sit there and call you names, but they're admitting what they are, and niggas will still avoid what they are. That shit's crazy to me. Am I supposed to participate in this deranged delusion? Nah, I'm good. Warns artists of crazy black male rituals in the industry, all a form of satanic occultic rituals. Not only just that, if you have industry plants that do these rituals and they go on Kai's stream, what do you think Kai is collabing with? Energy vampires.
Anyway, what you think? You fuck around, wake up tomorrow, shit, ass nigga with a footy on, and don't know what the fuck you just did. I mean, real shit. Your motherfucker meat pistol fucked up and your ass hurting. You don't know what the fuck to say. You don't know who to tell. But this is what the game is going to. That's what it's going to.
Going to. I ain't gonna lie, OG. I don't know how old you are now, but the game been in this realm now. Whatever this being is talking about, this shit's normalized. This is how far we came. Niggas say this is where it's going to. This is accepted now. If you don't do it, you basically are considered a weirdo or a hater. And it be your own people. We can't blame nobody else but our people. If you spread awareness, your own people will get mad because you're being honest. But they claim they can handle the truth.
It is the time for a contract to come out. Nigga want to sign you for 5 years. You like, nah, dog. So you don't want to sign with us? Nah. Not for no nah. Man, pop in the tape. Show this nigga what he did last night. I'm serious. Dude, this real shit I'm telling y'all though. Pop in the tape. You sitting that motherfucker like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's what happened. You got fucked. What you gonna do? You gonna sign that contract? You don't want nobody in the hood to see that shit. You don't want this shit to get out, dog. I'm telling y'all, and this is what I'm telling y'all like this. These niggas that you see constantly hot, they're not getting hot because they like to get hot. They're getting hot because they know what they done. And they can't live with that shit for real. So, I'm telling y'all this from me. This is some real shit.
Speaking from experience, huh, OG? Damn, this shit crazy. What niggas would do. Look at what a bitch gonna do for some money. Man, this shit's sad. Niggas is getting pimped by delusions. Niggas is getting pimped by God, but you trust in God to be in control of the money that you are making?
This real shit I'm telling y'all. So a nigga tell you, man, oh man, I got fucked around with my contract. No, they ain't talking about paperwork. These niggas got fucked around for real. For real. I'm just telling y'all, shit that y'all might be hearing for yourself, man, this shit ain't a lie. This shit real talk. I can say this shit because I'm a real nigga. Some of these motherfuckers can't say this shit because they already know about that goddamn tape. They on that tape. So they can't say shit about that shit. But I mean, they proud on niggas' weaknesses because niggas be so fucking happy they about to sign some shit. Now they done told you come to a fucking mansion party. You don't turn down shit because you gonna feel like this is my family. I'm with these niggas now. You smoking on some shit or you done, man, drunk some shit. Nigga, you done forgot everything. Just like this fucking camera on right now. You don't know what the fuck done went on until they show you that goddamn tape. You gonna sign. You gonna sign. This is a shiesty, devilish game. And if you don't have no knowledge, you gonna set yourself up to be fucked around. So believe me, instead of trying to get to the A&R to get your fucking music together, you better make sure your ass ready. You better go at that nigga but have another blueprint in your head to be already ready what the fuck is next. Because half these niggas you think niggas ain't niggas. These niggas is plastic pimps, rubber gangsters, and half of them like that dick. This is some real hardcore shit I'm telling y'all in here. Some real raw shit. If y'all gonna get in this industry, man, make sure you be right. Keep fucking with these motherfuckers, man, right here, man, who got some shit that's gonna knowledge y'all. For real, y'all know other motherfuckers that's real niggas. You need to tell these niggas to come in here. So I'm telling you, this is some real law, I'm telling y'all. Some real shit from a nigga that's dead. This is the only reason why No Limit is still an independent fucking label. Because we refuse to, man, get in conjunction with.
That's a rabbit hole too, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. The game that we giving y'all, shit I'm giving you, my nigga. This shit almost could have happened to me if I didn't stop myself. And imagine how you can feel if your own family didn't even tell you about this shit. Imagine your family loving what the oppressor has done to their mind to where they're not even fazed by what they done to where they forgot that shit. That's exactly why some elders get dementia. They know so much that eventually they lose it all because they sacrifice something for that knowledge in their youth. Nigga, I don't gotta sell my soul to be intelligent, nigga. I'm just being who I am by telling the truth from my experience. That's called game, nigga. And game recognized game. That's exactly why you subscribe to this channel. You gotta sit here and lie to you. Fuck these people, man. Baphomet experimented inverted entities that have been altered and they love what they are punished by. That's like Stockholm syndrome, man. Some weird shit. Some people are born to be a burden on the rest. Learn about hereditary or heredity. You can help to correct these conditions. Now look at this shit. 1960s, 1970s, freedom of music. 1980s, creativity and color. 1990, laughter and life. I do remember doing all of this shit in this time period. Even though I was born, you should know. But late 90s, baby. But I remember doing all this stuff even in the early 2000s. Like, even when the screens appeared, I was still going outside. I was still playing the game, but I would still go work out. I would exercise. I would get a sweat, go play basketball, shit, football, baseball. I would go party. I would do whatever the hell I just chose to do. to an extent. Now, 2010s, I ain't gonna, I'll say 2010s to 2020, I can agree with that. And I disagree with that because a phone can't silence me. School can't do it, people can't do it. I'm gonna keep on talking to myself. So when the screens appear, people put their expression in a virtual reality to where it's been alchemized to be betrayed by somebody else, to where creativity is lost. Fuck up. Connection lost. 2020s, 2025. People have no connection to themselves anymore. They're always glued to their screens. That's why it's weird. I can't date somebody or talk to somebody who's always on their phone. Like that shit's so weird to me. Like don't get me wrong, I record and I post, I edit. So I'm on my phone a lot too. But that's why I don't want to be on the phone a lot because I edit and I work on my phone. Like my phone is like a job. So it's like all the currency that is virtual and even in real life, it comes from a bridge of consciousness, which is exactly why I don't want to be in a two-dimensional screen looking at it every fucking day when I got to work on it. And I ain't gonna say work to a sense of, feeling bad about it. No, I appreciate it. But realistically, I didn't grow up doing this. I just did it because, damn, maybe I can find myself through that. And I've seen like, oh, you can get lost in this shit. Don't forget who you are. You can have a hobby and all that, but just tell the truth. What do you want to do? I found purpose in a connection that I can say out loud, which is why even off camera, I will talk the exact same. This doesn't, it doesn't change shit. Technology changed the way people think. It can't change the way I think. I'm not programmed by an algorithm, but I just lied in the algorithm. So who's simulating my mind? If I'm not a simulation simulating my own mind that's controlled by a higher simulator that's controlling itself in a simulation that's not controlled by self. You either face your demons or they raise your children. Or they'll be injected into your children. And where are we today? They is the Freemasons. Who are the Free? Yes, exactly. When we say they, our families, our future, the Freemasons. We're all born into this shit. Greek fraternity, sorority. I keep saying all these different things too. The Fraternal Order of Police, Eastern Stars, Boulay Bandits, Prince Hall, Honorary Masons, Rotary Club, the Jesuits, Rosicrucian Order, Skull and Bones, Black Nobility, Khazarian Mafia, the Papal Bloodline. I mean, this shit gets so deep, bro. These are all just umbrellas for Luciferianism. Now that we are here, let's go ahead and end this off with what people are still going to idolize, right? We don't gain shit from this. All we do is speak the truth. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. Who is Kai, Carlos, and that? Her dad was a Freemason, Freemasonic murder. Somebody in her family, somebody in her connection has been sacrificed. And she still will either mention it, spread awareness about it, and then she will go up by even acknowledging what can't die. They are not human. Is this sorcery? All these entries should basically make sense with the entirety of this video and still question the video. Is this sorcery? Quantum Baphomet. Because in quantum physics, she's realistically not that short or that tall, but it's all a transfer of consciousness. Population hoax, letting you know that the beings that see her, they're artificial intelligence. So even if you go into her chat and read the comment section, it's all a bunch of botted opinions. So majority of people are not watching Kai Cenat stream, but we are aware of who she is. It's not that hard to tell. Absorb this energy. What is she doing to people that watch her whole entire life who always care about when she goes live? She only goes live to absorb people's energy. Delusional friends. Self-explanatory. The ones who don't the ones who don't want to expose her for what she's doing, what she has done, they're not going to expose the truth because money's involved. Money is their God, duh. Are Freemasons evil? How do you define evil? Let me know. Because if you think that that is evil, you don't know nothing, though. Because you haven't seen evil. Evil happens behind closed doors. And then you take an oath about it. Yeah. Evil is silent, but yet it can be evil. So what is God? Underground bases. I mean, a lot of them are genetically engineered in underground laboratories and then they come to the surface. Same exact cloning process. Clones come to life from underground tunnels, underground incubators, underground chambers that are secret, and then when they come to the surface, all of a sudden they're famous. Optical illusion. What is your optical nerves reacting to when you watch this streamer? Not a flesh person. Dimension shifter. Solve the hexagram. And this goes for you and I and her as well. Because as we're solving the spell, she knows why she's doing it. That's why she's comfortable doing it. And we know why she's doing it, and many other celebrities as well. All of them gonna get the smoke. They can't dodge, once again, their karma. Dimension shifter, Saturn death cult, because she also believes in Jesus Christ, mentioning that Jesus Christ got her to the point that she's in. You're showing your allegiance to what killed your enlightenment. You're not slick. Neanderthal matrix, meaning that the beings who wear the skin suits of a European are controlling what we are still enslaved by as far as color. Control reality in AR Ultra, MK Ultra, meaning that for one, automatic radiation, ultra instinct of mind control, ultra instincts for the instinctual mind that doesn't know its nature. Controlling reality. This is what this means to me. Homosexual love. Homies over hoes. Homies over hoes. Do the. Yeah. It's exactly why they want to be around the guys. Exactly why they want to be around the bros. Exactly why this being will allow even the ones coming up in the streaming industry. She allows them to do homosexual acts on camera to let you know this is what they do behind closed doors. There will be signs. Will you miss them psychologically? And even though I'm in psychology, I'm getting my bachelor's in that, I'm reading right through all of this shit. So it's not hard to evaluate somebody when you expand your brain. Want to know a secret? Expand your brain, and then you'll see the secrets that are literally in front of your face. There will be signs. There has to be a truth in those signs, right? It's symbolic in a hexagram or a spell that killed you from Saturnalian occultism. If you, I think it was College Dropout. If you see Kanye's album cover with the bear leaving the mouth of whatever that being is, that's Saturn. Anyways, because I know somebody's like, what do you mean? Peep game. I'm gonna show you something. Yeah, it's graduation. I knew I was right. Right here. People ain't never peeped this shit before. Somebody probably has though. When this is basically the consciousness of a submissive being's ego leaving Saturnalian occultism when she was making this album to spread awareness into getting into another occultic society that isn't even seen in this dimension. Not only just that, as above, so below. So by her even ascending outside the mouth of Saturnalian occultism, she's still mirroring what she's going right back into. Can't make this shit up. Like she's coming right back down. So it's basically how you perceive the image. Not only just that, homosexuality. Exactly what they participate in. Emasculation. That's what got them to the top charts. That's what got this being to be the top streamer. Homosexuality. Same thing, 18 ciphers, Mason Fellowship. Many people that mocking the viewer, many people that come on her stream have a fellowship or a connection to what she believes in because they believe in the exact same thing or they've been through the same exact process. I know y'all mad. The ones who idolize her, you're gonna be mad, so don't even comment. If you comment, I will dedicate a video to you. And you can sit here and say, you have too much time on your hands. Yeah, I'm a fucking boss. I can create my thoughts out loud and still tell you about yours out loud. So why are you trying to sit here and troll me when I troll for a living? Vampiric powers. And the thing is, too, it's all energetic. It's all conscious. So she knows why she's doing it, but she plays stupid. Duh, that's the act to get you more virality. Plain dumb. Like people so dumb, they claim to be smart. Imagine A dumbfounded being in intelligence calling themselves smart or dumb when you can't be either or. Lamborghini Urus, does she not have a Urus in her garage, or did she not make a commercial with her Lamborghini Urus? Go watch the old AMP videos, go watch her vlogs or whatever. How did Gematria know that? In 18 fucking ciphers. I'm just asking a question, by the way. Hmm. Stop making sense. I'm trying, Gematria. I try every day, but it doesn't make sense. Satanic Illuminati. We already dissected that. We don't got to go into that, right? Lies cloud truth. And if you lie constantly and people believe it, what is their truth seeing? All in Freemasonry. Bloodline servant got caught in his lies or lie. This has happened before as well, even on Twitter. That's exactly why she doesn't want people to go on Twitter to see information about her or on YouTube. That's why they won't react to this shit. I can tag Kai in this video and she knows not to react or even pay this any mind. If you even comment or pay this any mind or react to it, you fell for the trap. You fell for the bait. Easy. Got caught in his lie, and humanity will see her karmic retribution happening in real time. Maintain high energy. Why do you think that is? To grab your attention. TikTok CIA program. Time that a programming manifesting from the CIA's awareness through our acceptance. So I ain't gonna say the app because she's on TikTok as well. But to me, this is basically just time. You waste your time watching a Freemason. And these people can't even say that they're not because they went through that first door, knew what was going on, or probably didn't, but they know what's going on and they still partake in masonry. They are Freemasons. You can't be a Freemason if you walk into the first door and you see what's going on and then you learn about it and then you leave. You see what was going on, you learn what happened, you went through what happened. Then once you start learning about what happens at a fast rate, you have a choice. Sell your morals or back out and leave and detach and expose them. There's no other way. Not only just that, when your family's in it, they can't harm you. You're guarded by Luciferianism and purity of consciousness. How can you lose when duality is guarding you at all times? What is family? A distorted world. Can you see it yet? There's one person watching this video who can see this. Comment down below. Can you see it yet? If you made it this far, that's how I know you can feel me spiritually. Can you see it yet? If you made this far, comment down below. Can you see it yet? And then the thing is too, when you ask that question, nah, just leave the silence alone. Leave the silence alone. Just comment that down below so I know you made it this far. Because this is basically you asking the other viewer who sees the comments, can you see it yet? It's how I know we're up to game, we're up to awareness. They cover it up. Idol worshiper. Do these people not worship this? Transgender handler? They should not have Kim Kardashian on stream, one of the most prominent MK Ultra vampires of all time, too. And Ray J as well. I mean, come on, man. How blatant can this disrespect get? They cover it up. That's exactly why them covering it up is the reason why people cannot see it for what it is. It's it's mystical. It's sorcery. Illusionaries. TV is not real life, and people still watch them on a television screen. The television is screening what you channel, and you think it's real. They're taking your souls. On with the show. That's why they don't care. Every time they're going live, every time they're getting a lot of views and you're expecting something new, they're taking your morals, they're taking your meaning in life, they're taking your purpose, they're taking your energy without even doing anything. Do you know how delusional that is? Do you know how psychotic that is? They're doing it in your face and you allow them to do it because you don't love yourself. Reanimating humans. Are these beings not just clones of artificial gatekeepers in different celebrity industries or realms? I mean, they're just shifting different characters or actors in different bodies. The money is love. Do these beings not do anything for money? Obviously, it's in her script. Contradicting fraud. I mean, when I made this shit, I didn't even rehearse it. I just went back and just like, damn, It makes sense of why I put this stuff. I put it for a reason. Kaisen that Twitch. It said I'm transgender. And I can't mirror that because I don't know what that feels like. But I see it. I see it, and it's really just crazy how society does not see it for what it is. There's a reason why she's a number one, she is a number one streamer that's making history for lying. Celebrity hoax. Charlie Kirk is dead. Not just that, that's the play upon masonry. So when she mentioned that, it was all part of the script to get her into a higher initiation for Freemasonry. Energy vampire, channel reality. If you watch her, she's channeling your thoughts. Forensic science. So when people say, "Oh, she's not transgender," forensic science, transgender. You don't gotta believe the screenshot from Twitter or from a forensic analysis teaching of a studious act to a person that's named Skull and Gate or anybody else who does forensics. You don't gotta even use gematria. Just look at their eyes. They tell you who they are. Time is money. That's exactly why she wastes your time by making or taking your money. Abandon Satanism. When you do that, there's no point of you looking up to celebrities or even following religion or even doing research or even caring about information that's going to be tied into the rooted aspect of Satanism. Higher mind apps, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. All these are higher mind apps, meaning that highly intelligent beings do run the software analysis behind these apps. A lot of people who are known on these apps are either born into being that way or they are lying about their ways that are going viral. That's why they host what people like and follow and repost. Literally, they are the hosts and they're taking other beings who should be hosting themselves in their body, their viruses. Wisdom to see. When you see this shit, there's no point of even caring about it. Detach from what it is. It should not affect you, but it's affecting people around you or people that you know. Now it's your choice. Either tell them or don't tell them. But either way it goes, you're at fault for their damnation as well. Twitter raid. Many, if you go on Twitter and just look up this being, many people even raid her community by dedicating their time to caring about what she's doing. And she's never offline. She's always watching your thoughts about her. She loves the attention. Honor the oath. Why won't Twitch streamers tell society about their occultic ties? Why would they go against their oath or the vow of silence? Why? What is a woman when she's playing as a man? Masonic sacrifice, emasculation, being buck broken, being oppressed, being on a string. She's like a Muppet. You know, like Kermit the Frog or Elmo or whoever, Big Bird, or yeah, that's his name. Big Bird, whatever, Growl, or yeah. But all these people that you see as Muppets or even Sesame Street, that's basically what actors are. It's literally what celebrities are. They're just Muppets. So even it's like sock puppets, for example. That's literally all these people are. These people are paused. They're fucking them and then wearing their skin on top of it. They're fucking them mentally and then mentally controlling their mind to where you're idolizing the mind control. I might stop this video right now, bro. Like this shit's crazy. My life is filmed, right or wrong. Dead human species. She's not even a real person. She's dead mentally, but she's showing you her life. That's pre-recorded. So when she's going live, is that really live or is it just what you think living in a live stream is? Young girls. These young girls are showing you what a man's supposed to achieve in life. They're basically saying if you're a man, sell your morals to get what you want, then you'll be idolized and then you can say and do whatever you want. That's what a archon would think like. And they want your energy. Never Broke Again. Did she not go to a Never Broke Again siphoning of energy called a concert? Did she not watch another woman, NBA young girl? These people are enslaved to the money. That's why they cannot escape their karma. And they seek rewards because they're inheriting lies. Their lies have rewarded them what they care about and what they praise. Not only just that, when you realize what these monsters have been doing to our children for so long, satanic rituals, child sacrifice, an entire underground worldwide business of stealing, to dark web, torturing, breeding, aping, and consuming our babies. Some call them the elites, but I call them parasites. And they are everywhere. It's not just a few or some wealthy people either. Almighty will be dealing with them. We are just arranging the meeting. What do you think goes down underneath your feet? This ain't no fucking game, man. This ain't nothing to play with, bro. I want to find that wheat and tares picture. I don't think it's gonna be in here. Cause the wheat and tares picture that I seen, man, I love it because it's perfectly describing inherited rewards. So right now I'm looking on Skull and Gate. Damn, man. Because Skull and Gate had the picture. Bingo, I found it. All right. I'm going to, okay, let me just show y'all real quick. Let's go back. So EU Nugs and Elite Gender Inversion. As you can see right there. Shout out to you, Skull and Gate. The fuck? So as we can see, wait, can y'all see that? Okay. And then in the red, that's what they want you to glamour. They want you to fawn over. They want you to salivate over. And that's why they are control opposition and they want you to climb into the illusion that keeps your spirit in depth because that's what really selling your morals means. It means you're not only selling your spirit, but you're selling your dignity, your righteous path of getting away from delusions. You're selling your consciousness, your purity, because you want the money. Money became your God and you'll do anything for it, including selling the people that you should be loving on. The parents alter and invert the gender of the child to be the opposite gender, usually at a very young age or before puberty. It is a secret practice done by members of high society, the parasites of secret societies, pagan religions. The practice of offering up children as a sacrifice to pagan gods is written about in the Bible. God calls these pagan practices an abomination. The people who practice this believe they would achieve fame, fortune, and success, selling their morals. Even though I lie, I still tell the truth. So if you look up to this being or you know anybody that does, this lets you know what they're infatuated by. And no wonder majority of humanity will never understand the saying, many are called, but few are chosen. Have a great and divine day, divine reflection. And this will conclude the imagery of a streamer that was never number one. As long as y'all know.